We're here. Bonus episode covering the Jerry Jeudy trade to the Browns for 2024 fifth and sixth round picks. But I'm not that interested in talking about Jerry Jeudy. We will talk about him. But I'm most interested in talking about Marvin Mims. Some people on Twitter, mostly delusional people, are very excited for Marvin Mims today. They think that Jerry Jeudy, who's been mid at best, totally stopped Marvin Mims from succeeding. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous logic. This was Mims in 2023. 22 receptions on 33 targets for 377 yards and a touchdown. He played 16 games. He barely had 2 targets a game. Players who have this kind of target share as a rookie never, ever succeed. Never. I mean, you have like one every 5 years. Sky Moore had the same reception and target totals as rookie, identically the same. The last player who was this bad as a rookie and went on to any type of success was DJ Chark. That was 5 years ago. 14 catches for 174 yards as a rookie before going on to a 1,000-yard season in 2019. Hadn't happened in the last 5 years. To make matters worse, Mims never even earned any playing time. He had more than 50% of snaps in just 2 of 16 games. Now, you might say, oh, yes, Jerry Jeudy stopped him. Not really. I mean, Brandon Johnson and little Jordan Humphrey, nobody's had more playing time than him often. Any pro-Mims arguments are galaxy brain. The galaxy brain. He was horrible as a rookie. Absolutely horrible. And players who are horrible as a rookie really never succeed, especially when they have good draft capital. If you're a UDFA, yeah, sometimes it takes you a couple years to get playing time because you're not expected to get playing time. If you're a second-round pick and you're this bad, literally the only one in the Dynasty era who succeeded is DJ Chark. I heard some comparisons to Chris Godwin. Godwin almost doubled Mims' production. So, as a rookie. And the other problem with Marvin Mims is oftentimes you see it. The player gets better as the year goes on. That didn't happen for Marvin Mims at all. His best game was week 2. He didn't get better as the year went on. He only saw less and less playing time. It's a terrible argument. So, this is your best day to sell Marvin Mims. You're never going to get a better day because he's in the news right now. I have already seen multiple trades of Marvin Mims for some sort of second-round pick. I'd do it without a second thought. In terms of my Dynasty ranking, yeah, I moved him up from wide receiver 58 to wide receiver 53. Not even with rookies included. Once the rookies come in, he's going to be back outside the top 60 where he belongs. Why should Marvin Mims have gained value after a terrible rookie year? He was a mid to late second last year. Why should he be worth more now? Why? He was horrible as a rookie. He's getting a quarterback downgrade. They're not going to have a better quarterback than 2023 Russell Wilson in 2024. He wasn't that bad. So he's getting quarterback downgrade. He was horrible as a rookie. I don't get it. But people are like, oh, did you watch the tape? Oh. You don't know anything. Oh, well, fantasy football is played on a stat sheet. He didn't do anything on the stat sheet. So, like I said, the track record said he's literally guaranteed to be a bust. So he's all yours. I have no interest. I think you can get a second-round pick. People are excited for him for no reason. So I'm all out on Marvin Mims. And yeah, they're totally out. No interest. Now, we will talk about the other parts of the trade. I want to touch on Courtland Sutton for just a second. He had a massive 2023 season powered by touchdowns. Turns 29 in October. We know what he is. He wasn't even that much better than his career in 2023. He just had 10 touchdowns to go with his 59 catches and 772 yards. It's not happening again with a new quarterback. I do expect Sutton to stay there. He's on a reasonable contract. And they need somebody for whatever quarterback they're going to bring in. Alongside Mims, they restructured Tim Patrick, some sort of new addition. I don't think that they trade Courtland Sutton. But without Russell Wilson, who loves Sutton, I don't see Sutton being anything for fantasy. I have him Dynasty wide receiver 49. Once the rookies come in, he'll be in the low 50s. I just have no interest in Courtland Sutton. Too old, roster clogger type. Not for me. Next, Jerry Jeudy. On the Browns now. I don't hate the spot. Anything's better than being in Denver. Is it what we want to know? Of course, I would have wanted him to go to the Chiefs or something. like that, where more exciting offense. But anything's better than being in Denver. I will say, I'm a little concerned about Jerry Jeudy. Here's his career. We'll look at it. Decent 3.3 catches, 53.5 yards a game, 2020. 3.8 catches, 46.7 yards a game in 2021. 2022 was the good year. 4.5 catches and 64.8 yards a game. That's his best year. And then this year, we kind of went right back to the worst of his first two seasons, 3.4 catches and 47.4 yards a game. Really, he was only usable in 2022. He wasn't so usable in the other years. But I think Jerry Jeudy is a fine NFL player. Not great. I think he's fine. He has earned a lot of targets in his 4-year career. He's clearly someone who deserves to be in the NFL, probably as a wide receiver 2 for an NFL team, not for fantasy. He's still just 25 years old. He's a free agent after 2024. And maybe a change of scenery will do him good because he has been somewhat productive, even if it's not what we wanted. So, wide receiver 40 to wide receiver 40, no dynasty value change for Jerry Jeudy. And we'll see. After the rookies come in, he'll probably be in the late 40s, which I think is fair for someone 25 years old, decent career, nothing special so far. David Njoku. Now, I don't think that Jerry Jeudy is going to steal all the targets from David Njoku, but it is hard to argue that Jerry Jeudy, who's actually produced consistently, if not amazingly, is not better than Elijah Moore and Cedric Tillman, because he is. Njoku had a ridiculous 2023 season. 81 catches, 882 yards, 6 touchdowns on 123 targets, which is insane for a tight end. It's really good. I don't think we can expect him to duplicate that. But Njoku's still young for a tight end. He turns 28 years old in July. I moved him down a little bit overall, but he still stayed at tight end 8 in my dynasty rankings. I still am pretty in on David Njoku, and I'm not going to just not draft him because Jerry Jeudy got there. Lastly, I don't think there's much to talk about with Amari Cooper. I think he'll still be in his role, but unfortunately, the addition of Jerry Jeudy crushes Elijah Moore and Cedric Tillman. I think this is pretty much the end for them. Jeudy, for me, is a better player than either of these two. I think pretty clearly. So that's demoted Moore or Tillman to the 4th target in the offense. Moore just has too much of an overlap with Jeudy going into the slot. Hasn't produced as much. Tillman's rookie production is very comparable to Marvin Mims. He actually had more targets, which just think about that for a second. You're not clamoring for Cedric Tillman. Plus, the Browns could easily take a wide receiver in the 2nd or 3rd round because it's important to remember Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, and Elijah Moore are all free agents after 2024. So while they have good depth at wide receiver now, and they might want to keep some of those players depending on how they do, they're going to need other wide receivers. And I don't think Elijah Moore and Cedric Tillman or even Jerry Jeudy are going to stop them from taking a wide receiver in round 2 if there is one that they like. I don't think that's off the table at all. This is a very deep wide receiver class. So I still think they're a good bet to take one on day 2. Maybe more likely with the round 3 pick than round 2, but still probably someone we're going to like more than these two. So what that means is Elijah Moore, dynasty value's gone down, wide receiver 59 to wide receiver 64. I'm just not interested in Elijah Moore. But I'm more interested in him than Tillman because at least Moore's done something in the NFL. Tillman literally did nothing, and they've already brought in one player to replace him. They might bring in another player to replace him in 2024. 3rd round picks usually got to hit right away when they flop. I always say 1st round picks usually get 3 years at wide receiver to prove it. 2nd round picks, they usually get 2 years unless they were horrible in year 1 and then they only get 1 year. 3rd round picks usually only get 1 chance. Tillman had his 1 chance. He got a lot of playing time, did nothing with it or no targets. I moved him down to wide receiver 79, but I can tell you, if they draft a wide receiver on day 2, Tillman getting close to that drop candidate in dynasty leagues. I'd rather not because I did like him as a prospect. I'd like to at least see something before I just drop him entirely. But, you have your Jalen Tolberts. I mean, you have round 3 picks that just never do anything at wide receiver. So it sucks. I liked him, but unfortunately, it seems like this is pretty much the end for Cedric Tillman. And lastly, I want to close with a note on Deshaun Watson. I wouldn't say that acquiring Jerry Jeudy is a big deal for Deshaun Watson, but it gives him more depth and weapons. Amari Cooper probably slightly below average as a wide receiver 1, but he can still play as a wide receiver 1. David Njoku, top 10 receiving tight end in the league. And Jerry Jeudy, Elijah Moore, Cedric Tillman is good depth at wide receiver 2, 3, and 4, plus if they add someone else. If Deshaun Watson cannot succeed in 2024, he is out of excuses. There will be no more excuses for Deshaun Watson. So I have his dynasty value at quarterback 18. That's before any rookies are included. But I want to note that he comes with extreme risk. If he's not good this year, that dynasty value is going to fall off a cliff. So just keep that in mind when you're handling Deshaun Watson this offseason. Now, if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to support the channel. Of course, you want to see where I have all these players ranked and how I value them compared to this year's rookie picks. The Patreon, patreon.com/fantasy advice. You can click on it right there and sign up and get all of my rankings. Plus, in the video description, you can click on that Buy Me a Coffee link. If you want to just ask me a question or just buy the spreadsheet, you can do that there. But once again, I want to thank everyone for watching. Thanks for dealing with my sniffles. Been kind of sick lately. So just thank everyone for pushing through that and watching anyway. And yeah, free agency is coming up. We're going to have content for that. Get excited. And I will see you all later. Peace out.